London Film and Media Festival.
That's right.
We have a full weekend ahead of us, so come with us inside and let's see what's in store. Woo! We are inside now, the Blue Mountain Village Conference Center, and we are so excited to start our weekend of
Everything.
Watching.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Creative forums, movie watching, premieres. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm certainly most looking forward to reconnecting with everyone that I haven't seen for 2 years. I sadly missed it last year, so looking forward to reconnecting. What are you looking forward to?
Well, tonight we have the Canadian premiere of Race Walkers, which is pretty cool. So I'll be conducting the interview for that and the whole opening night party, which is gonna be always fun to dress up in something pretty. And Janene?
Listen, my first time, so I'm just excited to take it all in and meet all of these amazing people who actually work and make these bits of magic happen. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Busy weekend. Wish us luck.
Please stop. Check. The scoop. We're scooping.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're scooping.
That's my boy right there. Focus. Let's go, Trent! Son, pump those arms. Let's go. Hydrate. Get your fluids. Okay.
Get Matt.
What are you doing? The camera's that way. That's the shot. The money shot.
We got it. Where's Matt? There's Matt. Get Matt. Close up on Matt. Keep shooting. Close up. We got it. Yes.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. We are so excited to see Race Walkers. First and foremost, tell me about race walking and why this was such a passionate topic for you guys to cover in a movie.
Well, we became passionate about it the more we sort of looked into the sport and discovered what it was and all the crazy rules around it and the stuff that like you didn't think was loaded into the sport. But I mean, it really started when Evan here came to Phil and I with a clip of race walking and was like, this should be our next movie. Like, let's just do this. Let's get into it and do it. And went from there.
We were looking for a sports comedy because we grew up watching sports comedies and wanted to do something in that genre. And we're like, okay, what's a sport that hasn't been done that we can reasonably do for not a ton of money?
Right.
And this was always something that I found fairly compelling and interesting. And I think like we thought it was pretty funny at first, and then we started getting into the sport and understanding it more, and now have like a massive respect for it because it is like quite grueling and very impressive, and like Yeah, we had an Olympic bronze medalist, Evan Dunphy, in the movie as a consultant.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he was going about 20% of the viz normal speed.
Yeah.
So that these guys could
These
look
guys had to be
faster,
the
but-
fastest one, so he had to slow way down.
Oh,
He is
no, that's
fast.
so funny.
He is very fast.
And they take that sport very seriously, right? This is an Olympic level.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Walking.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Evan Dunphy just raced in the Vancouver Marathon and came in like top 15 or something walking.
Walking.
I
Well,
don't quote
everyone
me on
else
that
is-
number. I just pulled that out of my ass. But
But he was in there and he did very
he
well.
did very well.
Yeah.
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 And is this the first time that the three of you have worked together, writing, directing, producing?
No, we've all known each other since we were kids, and we've done a few projects together. Specifically, we did a series called Short Term Sentence a few years ago that kind of helped us get directly to this. So we've been collaborating. We lived together at one point. We've known each other for a long time.
And so, working together as a team, did one of you take the lead on writing and one of you take the lead on directing, or do you truly work as a team?
We work as a team. I mean, we sort of, I mean, it sounds weird, but writing as three people, this is what it is every day. It's like we throw notes back and forth, and in about 3 or 4 months, we wrote the script, sort of chatting every day. And then as we went into production, roles changed a little bit. Phil and I took on the directing duties, and Evan produced it. So there, the roles sort of differ a little bit, but it's kind of like all hands on deck, and we really are like a team. I mean, it's just, we rely on each other every day, basically, yeah.
How was it being in front of the camera as well as behind the camera?
It was fun. I mean, it's fun. I'm not gonna like complain. It's a lot of work, obviously, but it's just so much fun. And as a job, it's like you're incredibly lucky to be able to do it, and I'm incredibly lucky to be able to do it with these guys. So like, I don't know. It's a weird day at work when you're like, you know, it's very hard to explain. You're like on the monitor, and then you put it down, and then you're on your mark, and and it's just. But it was a blast.
It's like taking off one hat, putting
That's
on
right.
the other.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
There's
I
nothing
think,
like being in costume with like the portable monitor, because you're like dressed in like race walking gear or tracksuits, like trying to be a professional director, and you look kind of silly.
I wasn't on camera, which I'm very happy about. But I think one of the funnier things that these guys had to deal with as well is in the edit. They have to sit in the edit looking at themselves every day. Yeah. And it's like
why didn't that actor make a different choice?
Yeah, exactly.
100%. Like, why did I do that? Yeah.
Why didn't the director get a better shot?
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, it's one of those things where we've never really done that, like every single day for months and months and months. But again, it's just like you learn a lot and you have tons of fun. And Phil and I would sit there at the end of the day being like, there's worse jobs to have. Like this is, it really is unique. Yeah.
We were looking at the shot list and being like, you guys are in almost every scene. So it's like, there's not a lot of like...
When we do it again, I might pull back a little bit on us being in every single scene of the movie. Yeah.
And your director's note said, 3-inch shorts. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that was Kevin's rider.
Yeah, 100%. That's
the movie doesn't work without those shorts.
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it without them. That's the deal. But again, like there were days when we were sort of looking at the monitor, all of these great actors we put together, walking around in 4-inch shorts, being like, oh my God.
Oh, they're 4-inch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said 3.
They felt like 3-inch. And being like, this is crazy, like that we got all these amazing actors to do this, and everyone had a blast, and it's just like, time of our lives.
Awesome. And this is your Canadian premiere.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we're really
exciting.
excited to be here. Absolutely.
Very cool. What made you decide to choose Blue Mountain?
Well, I mean, it was a really well-respected festival, and the opportunity came up, and we were so excited to take it. I mean, it's awesome to be able to come up here and play it here in such a beautiful location, and
it's close to our hometown.
Yeah.
Where we grew up.
I mean, we've all spent time up here in the winters and in the summers and all that kind of stuff.
Where's hometown?
Toronto?
There you go. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today, and we're looking forward to the movie. It's going to be so much fun. Lots of heart, lots of friendship, and an underdog story. You can't go wrong.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
It was nice
Appreciate
meeting
it.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You were here last year talking about Code 8.
We love the Blue Mountain Film Festival. It's very relaxed. It's a little bit more outdoorsy and in nature. I think we have a really great, kind of a fun, heartwarming film that it's kind of the perfect venue to do our Canadian premiere.
Yeah, super feel good. It's very funny. Kevin and Phil, who directed it, have a great rapport and shorthand with one another. They're amazing stars and directors and writers. And we were just happy to have read the script and loved it and hopped on board and helped them make it.
But what does it take to produce a film like this?
A lot of friends.
Yeah.
A lot of friends and family. A movie like this, you know, at this budget range, takes a lot of passion and a lot of people who care and want to make something great. And to be honest with you, that's how we make, you know, our smaller movies and our bigger movies. It's the best way to make anything, is with your friends and family and having a great time doing it.
I think the best way people have described the making of this film, a lot of people who worked on it, was like, it felt like summer camp. We were just out there in the middle of summer, walking around, small crew, and everyone just kind of pitched in to make it happen. So, you know, it was a really lovely experience. And sometimes on different projects and different sets, it can feel like you're part of a big machine. I think the cool thing about this movie is like everyone felt like they were in it together. They knew each other. And yeah, it just took a bunch of people to push in the right direction together. And
also making a feel-good comedy, you know, not that we don't love making dramas, but it's great to try and make other people laugh all day and be doing some silly stuff. And
except race walking is very serious.
It is.
Well, you know, we don't punch down.
Yes.
I mean, we worked with Evan Dunphy, who's Canada's Olympic bronze medalist. Yes. He trained Kevin and I a little bit. Yeah. We worked with Stafford Whalen, who is one of the team Canadian national coaches. We took it very seriously. The sport, as Evan will tell you, looks very silly already, so there was no reason to make it any sillier. It's very funny, and to be honest with you, they are wildly impressive athletes. Like, you know, they do a 20-kilometer race walk in 80 minutes, which most people cannot even come close to running.
At one point, we had Evan show us his pace, and you know, we have a lot of very athletic people like Robbie on set, and they a
bunch of guys that grew up playing hockey together, and we're like, show us a little speed, and he's like, all right, go ahead. So we all walked, and we thought we were moving pretty good, and he's just like, and flies past
zoom
us.
by.
Did you have to train at all for this?
No, we worked. I mean, we worked with Stafford, who's amazing, and obviously it's a very specific sport, and we wanted to make sure we looked like we knew what we were doing, and when you're doing it right, it still looks silly, so it's great.
Well, the trailer looks amazing, and I'm so excited to go inside the theater and watch.
Awesome.
So
I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, we will.
Thank you so much.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate it.
So tonight is the closing night of the industry part of the Blue Mountain Film Festival, the Creative Forum, and we get to go see The Friend with Naomi Watts and Bill Murray. And most importantly, the star of the movie, I hear, is
the dog.
The dog.
The dog.
Yeah.
I mean, what do they always say in cinema? Do not film with animals or children. They steal the show.
Yeah.
It's just true. They are adorable and like very present, and so. I mean, it's kind of hard to steal the show from such superpower actors.
A dog
but
can.
a dog can.
A dog definitely can. A dog definitely can. And for all you dog lovers, you know exactly what we're talking about. Absolutely.
But there is still one more full day of seeing movies, so we're going to come back again tomorrow.
Absolutely,
and
we
see some
have to.
stuff.
I haven't seen anything.
But let's
I've seen a
recap.
couple.
What have we done this weekend?
Oh my
We've
God,
been
we
so
learned
busy.
so much.
It seems like it's just nonstop, which these festivals kind of are. But you can pick and choose what it is that you do as well. We just choose to do everything.
Absolutely. This was my
get
first
so excited.
time. This is
How
my
was
first
it?
time.
How
It was
was
pretty
it?
great.
Yeah.
I got a lot of good nuggets from a lot of these filmmakers and these producers, and especially that lady from YouTube. I don't remember her name right now, but she dropped so many nuggets. I can't wait to share it. Honestly, I've shared some already, but check it out.
You always come away very transformed. Obviously, the amount of knowledge from the Creative Forum side, even if you're not a filmmaker, right?
Right, absolutely. Let me tell you. So on the hike this morning with Mr. Daniel Beckerman, he dropped so many gems, especially some tidbits and stuff where we weren't allowed to record.
Yeah. You get some of that too.
Yeah.
It was amazing. If you ever have the opportunity to check out the BMF, I highly recommend it. Whether you're a filmmaker or not, but if you are in the business, creative or anything otherwise, I think you should definitely take a time and come check it out. The Creative Forum is definitely worth it.
And the media section of it too. But I believe it started with just the film part, and then very quickly they realized that this new space of media is so incredibly important. And the Buffer Festival that I saw the screening today for all the incredible films, which were really exciting, honestly. So yeah, I actually got to see a couple of films. I saw this really interesting film that I wouldn't necessarily go and check out myself, which is exactly why I love festivals. You just kind of take a chance and feel very transformed by the cinematic experience that you wouldn't really get anywhere else. And then I saw Two Women, a Canadian film, which is also great.
Is that good?
Yes, yeah. Just seeing it with audiences as well, and these kind of very
What were the
intriguing
reactions
topics.
within the audience?
That one was, I feel like people were blushing.
Really?
You know, like you could sense some of the blushing, but it's a dark room, so you don't know. It's just like the energy. Yeah. Whereas for Aphthis, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but it was outrageous laughter. I don't think I've laughed so much in a film, and felt very contemplative, reflective on life. So
that is one Jason will highly recommend.
that is the one. That's why I was like,
Yes,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna go in. I don't know anything, and
No
I
preconceived
loved it.
notion.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think the best part for anybody in these festivals is who you meet.
Oh my God,
right?
absolutely.
I mean,
Hands down.
need I remind that Katerina, Erin, and I met at the Blue Mountain Film Festival 2 years ago, and that's what started this whole thing.
Yeah.
But that aside, I mean, the amount of connections that we've made this past weekend.
We're catching up with those people as well, like from 2 years ago.
No, it was kind of
so nice.
You know what it felt like? Summer camp a little bit. You know, like it's like, yay, I get to see all my friends again.
And you're
It's very
energized.
positive. Energizing is a great way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I don't know, you kind of leave the real world for a little bit and enter this beautiful space of creativity, and that energy is that passion behind everybody that has a story, and then hearing a little bit deeper of how they started, how they got into it, where did these ideas come from and emerge, and you know, the process also behind these works of art that we get to experience. It's always very, very interesting because each path is different.
So stay tuned, ladies and
we can
gentlemen,
talk forever.
because Katerina is likely going to be launching an independent feature after this. She's been
Absolutely.
so
No.
inspired.
I've talked to like so many different people. And I'm like, we need to make something. So maybe a few.
Well, you got crew,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Or you know, some,
Always here.
some best
for sure.
wingmen.
For sure.
Anyway, stay tuned for us after we go in and watch The Friend.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And the event after. Also, another wonderful thing before we wrap up, there are always these wonderful parties where you get to mix and mingle as well. This is a great opportunity. It's a very intimate festival. You do not have this kind of access when you go to TIFF or Cannes. No. But you do have it here. So take advantage of it, because it's one of those things that, if you want to rub shoulders with the very people that you love, whose movies you love, or whose content you love, this is the place.
Rubbing shoulders is a good thing.
Yes.
Let's rub shoulders, ladies. Marnie, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you guys are here today.
So exciting. And congratulations on your 4th year of the festival.
Yeah.
Tell me, what does it take? What was the idea behind starting a festival like this in Blue Mountain?
Right, well, I was doing a little bit of business development for the resort. The resort in general wanted to bring more of the arts community up here, and film production in particular. And so we were trying to create a relationship with the film and content creators. And there ended up being a meeting between myself and Daniel Beckerman. And he was the one who really said, you know what, if you really want to bring the film community to Blue Mountain, you should have a festival. So that was the seed of it, but that was just Dan and I speaking in the beginning. Very quickly, we became partners with the Blue Mountain Village Association, who really is the energy behind this, that puts all of the production behind the event. And I get to come along for the ride and enjoy the films and meet some amazing new people.
And the festival has grown exponentially since your first year.
Yes.
And this year you've had 2 fabulous filmmakers who were featured.
Yes.
Daniel Beckerman
Daniel
again,
Beckerman
and
Matthew Rankin. Yeah, 2 amazing Canadians that are doing incredibly around the world. They may not be household names, but if you look into them, you'll realize how busy, how incredible, how much they've been winning in places like Cannes. And we're just so lucky to have them associated with the festival.
And we found out that Universal Language today just won 5 CSAs.
Oh my goodness.
And The Apprentice just won 3. So, I mean, Canadian famous.
Yeah, you saw it here first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And tonight's their closing night, at least of the industry part of the Creative Forum.
Yes.
And we're about to see The Friend with Naomi Watts and Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. And a dog.
And a dog, which is, I'm sure that's
We're
really
all
the
excited
star.
about the dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
And after this, there's a big party. Has it always been the protocol that the general audience could buy tickets to the opening and closing?
Yes, absolutely.
And come to the big party
the big parties. I mean, that's one of the things we do especially well at Blue Mountain. We host good times, great parties, and that is absolutely true about the festival. So we had an amazing opening party on Thursday night. We went from the theater space to Tholos, and it felt very Hollywood. It was amazing. We had the entire cast of Race Walkers. If you haven't seen it, it's going to be coming out, and it's going to be very high profile in the next 6 months.
Yes, we have featured that on this. It is fabulous.
Yeah, and tonight we stay within the Village Conference Center. We'll be heading upstairs, and we'll be enjoying the incredible hospitality of Blue Mountain Resort, and it's a great time.
So in future years, if you missed this year's festival, for example, and you're looking to come next year, you can come to one of these opening and closing parties and hang out and get your picture taken in front of this cool wall and feel like a celebrity on your own.
That's right.
And have drinks or dinner or appetizers with all the different filmmakers that come to the parties.
Right. We've created an environment where there's accessibility.
Right.
So all of those filmmakers and celebrities and actors that you want to get close to at a place like TIFF, but you really can't because it's so huge and so spread out. What we offer here at Blue Mountain is that we are starting to get some of that A-list talent, and they're completely accessible. You're going to run into them in the hallway, in the bathroom, you're going to sit next to them, you're going to see them in the restaurants. It makes it very special.
And they're so nice. They're so humble.
Everyone's
they're so
in a good
kind.
mood when they're here. How
Yeah.
can you not be?
Absolutely, and you're out, enjoying the view. But I just found that the people that you brought, especially this year, have been just so lovely to talk to.
It's true.
And then, of course, seeing movies is of the utmost importance to keeping this
Absolutely.
festival alive
Yes.
in the future.
Yes.
So, coming and supporting all international films as well as Canadian films.
Right. We've had a great turnout. We've had lots of great houses during the weekday performances, which is arguably a little bit new for us. And I think that really goes to show that the choices in film this year are really accessible and approachable, and we've got quite a few comedies, a lot of documentaries, things that's really popular with our audience. So yes, our houses are substantially bigger than they ever have been.
And that's due to partially your new director of film programming,
Yes.
Jason Gorber.
Exactly.
So he brought a nice fresh energy in this
He
year with
did.
his team.
Yes, and he's an absolute joy to work with.
Yeah.
So we're really lucky to have Jason. And considering it's his first kick at the can being a program director, he's done an amazing job.
Not so bad.
Yeah, well, apparently being a critic for decades has made him know a few things about film.
Teaches you a thing or two
Yeah.
about what's good and not. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much
All
for
right.
taking the time.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of your festival tonight.
All right.
And we'll cheers a cocktail later.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks, Patty. All right, thank you.
Iris, I need to talk with you. It's about the dog. I wanted to ask if you could take him.
No, I can't. No.
This is what Walter wanted after he died.
Why would he say that?
You were his best friend.
He's there at the top of the hill, between the two bridges, silhouetted against the limpid sky.
You're making this
He
up.
could have a point. But the fact is, the dog magically appeared.
He can't stay. Management company, they are very strict.
Not a problem. I'm working on it. Just a few days. Bad dog. That's just great.
How's the book going? There's considerable interest and we've got to capitalize on it now.
I just can't keep having him here. He's taken over my bed. And it's getting in the way of my work.
I don't think it's about the dog.
He's in mourning. He lost his master. How would you feel? If Walter were here, what would you like to say to him?
I want to tell him that no matter how much I sleep, I'm exhausted. That I feel as though I'm losing control.
Remove the dog!
I'll sit here too.
You're not thinking of keeping him now.
Of course not. You okay, bud? I could feel him missing Walter in the same way I did.
The dog provides essential emotional support.
I guess I saw it the other way around, like I'm the emotional support human and it's the dog that can't cope. What? I keep thinking of you. How among all the other questions certain to have come to you was,
What's gonna happen to the dog?
Okay, we are standing here with Jason Gorber, who picked the movie that we just went to see. And all of us in the back row were not okay.
As you can tell, we're a little bit emotional. A little bit is an understatement. We were able to pull ourselves together for like a second.
There were a lot of sniffling in there.
We're dog people.
Absolutely.
We're animal people in general.
Animal people.
I don't know how you don't weep at that. It was, yeah, just.
So Katerina was joking earlier about how don't work with children or animals because they'll always steal the spotlight. And this this Great Dane definitely was the star of the movie. You weren't lying. You said that in our interview with you a few weeks ago too.
I mean, we tried to bring the dog, but
Yeah. Too much star power. I don't think people could handle it. Imagine after watching that, seeing the dog. I don't know.
I want to know. I would
How
love
many-
to interview the animal
I feel like
wrangler.
there were a lot of Great Danes adopted after this movie.
Yeah.
and they're a pain in the butt, right? And there's
So calm.
I think a dog like that New York apartment, it's better to see from afar. You just don't want the costs involved.
But you look at
The
those
condo phase.
And that's it.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're looking. It's like supermodels. They're nice over there, but just a lot of high maintenance. Is all I'm saying.
All right.
I mean, you have to be able to live Upper West Side to be able to have a dog that basically eats more than you do. So I think that's
Did
what
you
it is.
see the size of?
Costs. Yeah, that
Yes, we saw the size.
Are we going there? Are we going there? You can't say that I didn't bring Golden Globes to this festival. So I think this is what it's at. I mean, if anything, it's and again, you are seeing The Friend. This was the film that we showed during the party we're about to go to. At the same time, we showed Black Dog, this amazing film out of China, one of my favorite films from Cannes last year. And then we showed as our outdoor screening Best in Show. So this really was our sort of canine caper.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things when we had all these films, we wanted to have a way of having these three films sort of talk to one another. And once I sort of settled on this, I'm like, well, I like this. Yeah. And it's really easy to be a little goofy about that, get all the films to work together. But that's really how all the programming worked out. I didn't want to just throw a bunch of films out there. I wanted to have all the films talking to one another so that you knew as you're navigating the different paths, this is how it works. And I'm glad, look, whatever it was, you guys had feels.
We had feels.
You had feels. And I promise you, as ridiculous as it is, if you would have seen this film simply at home on a small screen, yeah, it would be something. But there's something to be sitting here collectively in the group to feel the energy, the
not wanting
humanity
to
of it all.
cry in front of people.
No, exactly. And by not crying, of course, you're actually forcing it more. So I'm so glad that you came here, and the support that you guys have had for us at the festival for years now means the world. It's so great, the stuff that you guys do. Thank you.
Oh,
guys
we're
so
so grateful to have this all come full circle. Yeah. And turnout for the festival has been great. Everybody's been super happy. Everybody's feedback has been positive. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, I'm a critic. I'm a critic, so I'm kind of weirded out about positive news. No, it's been great, and I've gotten a lot of feedback. It's really interesting because we're doing this stuff. I mean, everybody's been voting, ripping this stuff.
Have people been coming up to you?
Absolutely, they've been coming up, and I'm as interested, as crazy as it is, and I'll ask you guys about films that didn't work. Not because I would necessarily change what it is that I'm doing, but I'd much rather have 1s and 5s than a whole ton of 3s, if that makes any sense.
Right, yeah.
Like there's a bunch of films that some people, it was really not for them, some it was really for them, but there'll be two totally different films. And I love that. I love that we have the opportunity to actually just care. And I'd much rather rather than it feel like homework or something like that, that's really where it is. And it's been really special to have a lot of people coming up. My favorite thing is a film that you normally wouldn't see unless we had programmed it, right? Like a film that maybe you would have heard of, but the ones you've never heard of, like, what is this movie? And you give it a shot, even if it didn't work for you, you at least had a different taste that you didn't really think that you were going to go for. So it's been a lot of fun. Look,
any other reflections?
Again, this has been a real interesting experiment, but also I think generally a success. For almost 3 decades now, I have been saying what I respond to in a particular film, right? And the whole reason I started as a film critic, I say the story, but I'm going to give it to you guys again. I saw a film way back when I was in my 20s, and I thought, if I didn't say something about this, nobody will care about this film. That's what started me in film. I wasn't a film critic because I wanted to have my opinion out there. I wanted to actually elevate the film. That film, by the way, the Brady Bunch movie, amazing movie, absolute masterpiece. Barbie is nothing without this film. Hot take. So the fact of the matter is, it's a film that everybody thinks is just ridiculous, and I realized, no, man, there's something really special here. Michael McKean, actually, who's in Best in Show that we're showing in that movie, phenomenal cast. The deal is that film really was that thing, like, if I don't champion this, I can't just sit back and let everybody else sort of do it. And now here I am, all these years later, as ridiculous as it is, 31 years since that first film review. I am here with the absolute amazing opportunity of being here with my team, programming films for an audience here at a major Canadian film festival, of showcasing to this audience titles that all talk to one another. And I hope, what I love about the shirts this year that have all the titles, I hope 5 years from now you're going to go through like, oh my God, I missed this film at this festival that I've seen since. Or, oh my God, remember this film? I love this film. Or another one, I've seen this film 10 times since the festival. That will be amazing. This truly is sort of a yearbook, like this amazing, I keep saying a playlist, whatever it is for this year. And I will not only cherish this, my first year of doing this, cherish the friends we made along the way and all that stuff, but more importantly, just love that this is my snapshot with my team of this year in cinema. And I have no idea what next year's snapshot will be, and that's the most exciting thing of all.
You get to build it.
That's
You
the
get to
magic
create
of
it.
movie making.
Yeah.
Cinema.
It all comes out of people's imagination, and you don't know what's next.
We have a film festival, which means that for this little window, this little thing, we really care about cinema in the way that I care about cinema all year.
Right.
By having this event, by all this craziness, by the big party we're having, we're all coming together to actually share something that we all love. And that means the world to me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much. Yeah. All right, I'm done crying now.
Yeah.
Let's go party.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All the best, guys. There you go. Hugs, hugs,
Oh,
hugs.
yeah.
Oh, the collective hug. This is literally where I'm the luckiest person in the world.
I just smushed my face against the...
There you go.
All right, let's go party. Woo.
Can we do the conga line? Dun, 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 dun.
Amazing.
So what's the scoop, Georgian Bay? You tell us. If you've got an event, story, or local business we should know about, pop us off an email or drop us a comment below. We'd love to feature you.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, ah.
Whoa,
No.
we're not usually in front of the
Nah,
camera.
I didn't.
Usually behind here.
This
And we're going to capture all of this, these crazy kooky girls. Look, there
tried
she
to-
is. She
there
can't
she
stay
is,
away
yeah.
from the camera.
Bye. Okay.